Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another morning of free daily coaching. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the March 9th episode of free daily coaching. This is the morning webinar that you can come to for home-based business tips, tricks, and strategies. And this morning is really just a heartfelt moment, and I wanted to have this morning to have a day of gratitude and say thanks for everything. Thanks for your support. Thanks for being here. Thanks to people like Chris Schaus who have taken a leadership role and stepped up and become a part of free daily coaching on a bigger level, and really let her talents and let her learning and her ability to be a part of this community shine through. So thanks to Chris. Thanks to guys like Clive that have taken direction and applied it and done that over and over and over again. And it's been amazing to watch him have the success that he's had, and to celebrate that with him, to be able to watch him do that. So thanks for doing that. Because of the things that you do, Clive, it really invigorates me to continue to keep moving, to be able to come in and literally spend 3 or 4 days each, and a few minutes of each of those days to work with someone like Dale, to be able to move her business forward so that she can make progress, is absolutely transformational for someone like myself. And I thank each and every one of you. I thank guys like Whitman for showing up day after day, month after month, to continue to learn, to continue to develop. Dan, many of you guys know Dan. Dan has been reconfiguring some of his emails and sending it to me, and for me to take a look at. And the reason I'm saying, hey, thanks for that. Thanks for engaging me. Thanks for being a part of my journey is to have a day of gratitude. And I went out on Facebook this morning, and I was sitting here this morning, and I was speaking to my wife, and she has a thing that she wants to go to today. And I'll just tell you guys, there's a farm not too far from here that's a real agricultural farm. And what we do here with the animals, and what we're really trying to do, is more ranching, right? Really not farming. And we had the ability in Colorado Springs, because of where we were located, for me to start doing some gardening. But here, however, here, for me to be able to do that, to do some gardening, it would really require a full-on enclosure, like a greenhouse structure, for me to be able to do that. Because of the deer and the bears and all this other stuff, it would be a more complex project. The time and effort required for that portion may be better served to do other things on the property in regards to working with the animals. So Jessica actually found a farm up north where you can go, and it's like kind of like a co-op, where you can go and trade a couple of hours of work, and you get a basket of vegetables, basically. And so Jessica had been communicating with them back and forth, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that many hours and this and that. And I was like, well, what if we just did one day, and not a full day, but one day that we went, and both of us worked for like 2 hours, right? About 2 hours. And then we traded. Would that be suitable? So she's talking to those people and seeing if that's a possibility, because that would be much more realistic for me, for the 2 hours that I would spend helping someone else cultivate and be able to have the bounty of the entire garden, right? And so for the leverage of time, that would be better for me. So I digress, right? Why am I telling you this story about how we're going to go trade time for vegetables, right? Well, the reason I'm telling you this story is because this morning I was sitting down, and my wife was telling me that she's going to do this, and we had talked about it last night about that. And then I mentioned some other things that were up in the Carson Valley, some other errands or some things that we could stop and do, but also that I had some appointments. That I had one this morning, and then I have some this afternoon, and could we arrange it? Would it work out to be between that? And she was like, yeah, I think we could work that out, and we could do this and that. And I was looking at what I had for today on the calendar, and I was looking at what I had for tomorrow, and I was already able to make a couple business calls this morning. I've already been able to get on the phone and talk to a couple people this morning that had messaged me overnight and such. And I was thinking how grateful I was to have the opportunity to work with so many individuals, how grateful I was to be able to literally connect with so many different individuals that have so many different types of goals, that are going in different directions, that are doing different things. I've had the opportunity to go and help those people, and that's been absolutely phenomenal. It's been an incredible experience to be able to reach in and touch other people and help other people's business. And the reason it's been such an incredible experience for me to be able to do that is because that's what was done for me. And so today I wanted to take that moment when you get these times where you have those moments. I want to take that moment. I want to go out and reach out and say thank you to some people that have helped me so very much, right? Some people that really gave me their time. And so that's a part of my business on a regular basis. What does that look like for you to give back, to have that gratitude? What does that really look like to go back? And this morning when I did it, I went back even farther than I normally do. I said something just like, hey, thanks for so much. And there's been a lot of people have helped me along the way, but like, thanks so much for some people that really gave me some time. And not only did I, say, hey, thanks to some people that, like current mentors, people that have worked with me right now, but I went back and found one of the original lady that when I first got into multi-level marketing, working from home, from a company that was really guiding me and helped me and gave me so much time. And then I even tagged the doctors, the two doctors that I worked for. And the reason that I did that, those doctors were people that I worked for before I was working for myself. Those were the people that I worked for as my last, like 9 to 5, if you will. It wasn't really 9 to 5, but right. That was my last paid job where I worked for another person. And the reason I went all the way back there is because working for those people, working for that company, working for those doctors, I learned so much. They taught me so much. In addition to teaching me, how to work with individuals and how to give back and all types of different lessons in my personal life and in business. In addition to that, they actually introduced me to this first multi-level marketing opportunity that I had the, opportunity to be a part of. So I went back and I reached back. Why? Because those people had a direct play in what I'm doing today, just like each and every one of you do. And so what if you took a moment on a regular basis, what if you took a moment to reach out and thank the people that got you to where you are today? What if and not just for lip service, not just, I'm going to name 27 fucking people that I'm grateful for. And I'm not saying that that's bad, but I'm saying not to do it. I didn't just do that on Facebook so I could get some publicity out of it. Do it because it's genuine and it's real. Is there someone that really actually reached out and touched you in your life? Is there someone that gave you some help in your business that without that, you wouldn't be where you are? Are there those people that, and it doesn't have to necessarily be socially. You don't have to go out and post it on Facebook. I did that because I'm able to talk to all those people all at once. Bam. You might want to send a personal text, a personal phone call. What if you started doing that on a regular basis? And it's this idea of appreciation, right? Of appreciation. And I learned this great turn of words at hearing Tony Robbins speak at an event. And he said, when you're frustrated, and I think that you could just use this in any application, and it really works it's great when you're frustrated or you're having some expectation of a person, What if you could take that expectation away and turn that into appreciation? And so what if you look into your life, into your business, into what you're doing right now, into what you've been doing for the last week, the last month, the last 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, year, decade, score, right? What if you look back from current? Is there people that reached in and touched you? That your simple gesture could be a reciprocation. Because they did so much for you, could you reach out and do something for them? Just to say thank you, to acknowledge what they did, what they have done, what they are doing for you, for your family. Maybe it's a teacher that's doing something for your child. Maybe it's maybe Debbie is so very grateful for her daughter because she has wonderful grandchildren, healthy grandchildren. That's a reality. That could be something real. When is the last time that you said it? When is the last time that you made that gesture? I couldn't remember. Not when I have done it personally, but I couldn't remember when was the last time that we did it here, that I did it here. Now, I know that Chris does an amazing webinar every single Friday, the featured friends of the featured friend of the free daily coaching call. Well, what about Chris? What about Chris Schaus? Right now that we've been doing that for a while, do we remember? Excuse me. Do we remember that we featured her? Do we all have a moment to say, hey, thanks, Chris. Thanks for doing that every single Friday. Rain or shine, snow or sleet, whether you feel like it or you don't, whether you want to or not, she's there every single Friday. Right? When's the last time that you went to that mentor in your music, in your creativity, in your artistic endeavors and said, hey, thanks for spending that time with me because it meant a lot to me? This idea of taking a moment and having gratitude each and every day is a huge part of our day. And not just on an individual basis. Sometimes, and this is my belief, sometimes when we're able to do that in a group setting, when we're able to do that publicly and declare that, to let other people know that, yes, I would like to edify this person. I would like to thank this person. I would like to congratulate this person. That's another component of it, right? Because there's something to be said for just having some humility and being able to simply do things without any kind of recognition, without anyone needing to see it, right? It's a totally different affect that occurs. But I believe that both of those are required. And are you incorporating those into your daily workflow? Is that something that you're doing on a regular basis? And it could be something as simple as saying to your significant other that you thank them and you appreciate them and that you love them. Right? It could be something that simple. Maybe it's someone that reached in and touched your business, touched your life in a way that will forever be transformed. And I'm telling you that when you reach out and when you give that thanks, not only is it something for you, that's something. That intrinsic reward that you get from knowing that, for having that feeling, for experiencing that moment of gratitude is absolutely amazing. It's also a gift that you're giving to that person that you're acknowledging, right? And that person receives something in that moment as well, whatever it is. You may not know. You may not exactly know what they're experiencing. They may not articulate to you how important that moment is. But on some level, you're now giving that gift. You're giving something to that other individual. And that gift that you give freely with nothing expected in return, That's where the magic is. That's where the light shines the brightest. That's where one candle, one single flame of a candle can light the entire room. Because in that moment of gratitude, in that moment that you share with another person, that's a real moment. That's a real experience that you're able to share. And this is what's so important. You can duplicate that moment. You can duplicate that moment. You can teach others to do the same. And that, my friends, is today's lesson for free daily coaching. Go out and share some gratitude and share that with your team. Share with others about gratitude, and not just, or in addition to gratitude. In addition to gratitude is that uplifting of others, that looking at others and saying, you know what, they're doing amazing. And I want to uplift that person. I want to raise that person up and showcase that person. I want to say congratulations to Dale, right? We want to showcase this amazing lady that said, hey, you know what, I'm afraid to do some of these actions, but I'm willing to take the action. Well, let's uplift Dale for taking that action, right? Let's go and uplift Clive for taking the actions required to keep on progressing, to keep moving, right? Congratulations to Leanne for taking some initiative, going out, taking some action, and creating an entirely new revenue stream. Literally, she took one suggestion that I had mentioned on a call and took it and went all the way to the end with it. She took the idea, she went all the way to the end with it and applied it. Debbie Deerdorf is in the process of doing that exact same thing. Taking an idea, saying, okay, I'm going to do that. That's a great idea. I'm going to take that idea and I'm going to apply it, and putting all the pieces in place so that that application could happen. So congratulations, Debbie. Way to go, right? This is real. This uplifting, are you doing that? Are you seeing? And this isn't just running around and liking everyone's stuff and saying, yay for you, because you did good. This is real, heartfelt. Like, that's someone that you know. That's something that you've been a part of. That's something that you saw. That is someone that you've seen struggle, and now they're doing good, and you want to go and uplift them and say yes, right? It can't be just for the sake of doing it. You don't just like it just for the sake of liking it. When it's genuine, when it's real, when it's from the heart, right? When it's actually real gratitude, when it's actually really uplifting, something happens. There's a different vibration in the energy, right? It's why that one candlelight can light up the whole room, when normally one candlelight's not very much light. But for some reason in that moment, the whole room glows. So thank you for joining us here at Free Daily Coaching. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to join us live, you can simply visit us over at www.freedailycoaching.com. Now, I want to remind each and every one of you, if you haven't done so yet, if you haven't visited us over at BurtBledsoe.com/goats. Again, it's Burt Bledsoe, and I'll put it into the chat for those that are here. It's http://BurtBledsoe.com/goats. If you go over there for just another, I don't know, day and a half, maybe, you'll be able to access into the barn cams and our live indoor and outdoor cam. Now, they are being adjusted and rearranged on where we're putting them. So you'll be able to access those for about another, I don't know, a little bit more than 24 hours as we're getting the service set up. So we are pretty excited about that. You'll be able to access the live babies and watch us out there working, as well as getting the bunny cams and chicken cams as they come. So everything is, as we're getting these cameras up, everything is totally coming to fruition, just as we thought. And this is a testament to our previous weeks, because of all of you, because of the gratitude that I've felt, because of the support that I've had, and that I've been able to give to each and every one of you. You know, some of my projects, quite honestly, don't get done some days because I'm on the phone all day with all of you, right? That's real. And with all of you, I've been able to build what we're building out there. And that gratitude rolls over into being able to show you that this tenacity that I show you, that we try to show every day here on Free Daily Coaching, this isn't just for us, it's for you, to show you that this is real, that real challenges come just like we had here on the ranch. And it took way longer than we thought. But with perseverance and with tenacity and going over and over and over, everything worked out. Everything worked out. And guess what? This is the crazy part. This is the magical part. Everything worked out. And how does anyone else think it's, because my wife and I did, does anyone else think it's quite peculiar that it all worked out? The guy calls and tells us that the internet is ready, and I get a hold of the live stream camera guys yesterday morning, and they're not able to connect with the cameras, and there's some problems. And then finally, they get it hooked up, and I go out to tell Jessica, and our whole thought has been like, oh, what if the baby's coming, it's not ready, right? And check this out. On the day that it gets all hooked up, we're standing out there, and I'm telling Jessica, and she says, oh my gosh, Bert, Pork Chop's having her baby. Now, I don't know about what you guys are all about in your universe and what your belief system is, but in my belief system, right, that just doesn't add up, right? Those kinds of things, those kinds of coincidences are just too much. That's just too freaky, right? That's just like it's supposed to be. Why? Well, because we followed through. We did what we were supposed to do. Yeah, there's going to be Whitman. So if you're getting the, total kismet, right? Total kismet. And the bunny cam show on Easter. Yeah, imagine how amazing that's going to be if you can see Beast running around on Easter and all the little baby bunnies, and that's going to be a real thing. So that will be coming out. We're literally, now that we got the cameras up and going, we got to adjust them and stuff for where they're going to be placed, because now that we have the actual service, we're getting, it's like this right now on the cameras. So we need to back it up a little bit so we can get a better view and everything. So those things will happen. As those things happen and the pages get built, we'll have a new membership page where you'll be able to actually go in and access the cameras if you decide that you guys want to have Goat Cam access, right? We're going to make it super cheap, like $1 a week or something silly, so that everyone can have it. For the beginning here, we're going to make it super cost effective. I don't know exactly $1 a week, but it's going to be super cost effective and super cheap for everyone to be able to go in. And then Chris had asked yesterday about Shouse had asked about when she was joking with me about when she's going to get an animal named after her. And one of the things that we had thought about doing, and we will probably be doing in Goat Village, is over time, imagine if you could have your own little billboard inside of Goat Village, or you could have a sign up inside of Goat Village for a week or for a day or for however long. And that would be a real thing. So those banners and those types of things will be coming, and animals named after people, and all of that is all going to be built out. This is all going to be a real thing that we really will be able to build out. And all because of one goat, all because we got a goat, and all because one day we brought it online. We were able to foster this urban homesteading idea, and we were able to continue to build that and continue to follow that dream. And the reason that we were able to follow that dream is because I was willing to follow direction and follow a proven set of steps from people that had already done things before me, follow that path to be able to achieve results. That's exactly how it was able to happen. And that's exactly what we're trying to bring to you each and every morning here at Free Daily Coaching. So once again, thank you for joining us. Visit us over at www.freedailycoaching.com, and we'll see you the next time.